friends, Nicole back in the basement, and today I want to talk to you guys about pinching a couple of different things. I've already talked to you guys about pinching snapdragons and why you should do that, and the reason why you should do this is pretty similar for all things. So in order to have a plant branch out, not all plants, but certain plants require pinching. Okay, so this is right here in front of me a collection of vegetables that I have started. These are peppers. I've got some cauliflowers as well. These are cauliflowers. These are peppers. These are eggplant. I am not pinching eggplant or cauliflower, but what I am going to do is I'm going to pinch the peppers. So I'm going to cut them off. So the reason I want to do that is because look how beautiful they look. My dryer's done. Look how beautiful and tall and gorgeous they are. Do you see all of this space is going up, going up, going up, going up? All of the growth hormone is sending energy to grow tall. So what I want is a strong, healthy, bushy plant that's lower to the ground and full of flowers which turn into peppers. So the more production is what I want. So what I'm gonna do is, I've already done it to a couple of them and I'll show you those. I'm going to go above, they're missing. Here's one. It's hard because these are soil blocks and I've never moved them apart before. I'm gonna try and grab this soil block right here. The roots are kind of growing into each other and I don't want to damage them too much. I'm gonna be potting these up very soon. All right, I'm just going for it. Okay. So what I did was I clipped the top of this pepper out. I did a little bit of an angle and I used a sharp pair of scissors. These are actually my crocheting scissors. I use these to cut yarn. So sharp though that I decided to transfer them to be my pinchers. So you could use a knife, you could use any kind of little clipping as long as it's a nice clean cut. The benefit of doing this is everywhere there's a little bit of a Y or a V or a connection, anywhere a branch is coming out, it will sprout new branches right there. Let me get a close-up of this for you. So we're taking a look at this plant right here. So this plant has several sets of leaves. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and you can see it's quite tall. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's developing its 5th set of leaves. I'm actually going to be taking it down halfway and this might be painful. It's definitely something that's scary to do, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to take my scissors and you see right here, I'm just going to clip it there. Oh my gosh. So essentially, this plant will grow new branches from here, new branches from here. It will be lower to the ground. It will be sturdier. It will produce more plants. I'm going to go ahead and do it right to the next one. Oh. So this is the last one that I just clipped off. This was my tallest plant and I was so proud of it because it was growing so big and beautifully and I knew it was going to be a great pepper plant, but what it was doing, it already had flower buds in here forming and I've got another 4 to 5 weeks before I put this in the ground. So not only is this going to make sure that I have a healthy plant going into the ground, but it's also going to give me a stronger, more productive plant. You know what? Just for an experiment, I'm going to see if this will root. I'm going to stick it in dirt because I know that sometimes it will do that. So I'm going to stick it in the dirt and see what happens. I've been saving all of the tops that I clip off. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these and I'll show you one example. So I also do this with basil. Let me give you an example right in my hand. Let me see, let me make sure we're in focus for this. I'm actually just gonna bring it to the front and talk about it. So this basil plant is an example of a plant that I cut and you can see where I cut right in between there. Now I just cut this maybe a week ago. You could see that the tip that I cut off is hardening off. And you could also see that right here, it's throwing out new branches. Right here, it's throwing out new branches. And right here. it's throwing off new branches. And you can continue to pinch this. So you could let it go for another month and then pinch it again, and it will start to shoot out more branches again, becoming a bushier, more productive basil plant. And that's the idea with the pepper plants. Eventually, they will start to put out more, and each one of these new branches means more production on this plant. Guys, this is the dark opal basil from Baker's Creek. I bought a seed pack, and they actually ended up sending me one as their free. You know how you buy so many, you get a free seed packet? So I actually have 2 seed packets of that. I'll show you, I have so much started over there that I'm gonna be pinching very soon just to get a bushier plant. I have, a whole thing of them right here. So in this box right here, I've pinched all of these, and all of them are branching out. So I'm really excited about those. I had some of the stuff that I pinched on my lunch, a salad that I have for lunch today. So delicious. Super impressed by that. So anyway, that's why I pinch my peppers and my basil. I also pinch several flowers, including snapdragons and sweet peas. And that's the main reason why you pinch something, is because you want it to produce even more. I'm even going to be pinching these peppers down here. Actually, this pepper is even branching out without even trying. I haven't even pinched this one yet, and it's sending out side shoots, so that's a good sign. So I'm going to get my scissors. I'm going to do the rest. These peppers that I just showed you are jalapeno peppers. These ones are jalapeno peppers, but over here I have paprika, ring of fire, and I can actually smell the heat just from clipping the plants. Ooh, this one needs a little bit of a support. So they're just spectacular. Can you believe these eggplant? I've never, ever seen eggplant as healthy as this. I'm so excited. But here I do have some bell peppers and banana peppers started. In just a couple of weeks time, they'll be catching up with these. I do fertilize them once a week. I use this Neptune organic fish and seaweed fertilizer. I add it to the water. I fertilize Friday. Every Friday I fertilize. So I think that has a lot of the reason why these plants are just gorgeous. Also, I started them in a really healthy soil. I use a Fort V compost mix. It's from Vermont Compost. And so far I'm really impressed by the just beautiful growth I have in these plants. Oh, while I have you here, I'm going to show you just my tomatoes. Oh my gosh, they're just amazing. Now, these are only just maybe 4 weeks old. They have another 4 weeks. I'm going to pot them up. I already have potted some up. I'll show you those. So those are in 72 trays. These I moved them up into these individual pots, and now they're having a little bit more room to grow, and these are doing fantastically. These are Oxheart pink tomatoes. And then I have Amish paste, I have cherry, I have all of them. And so here's an epic fail. You guys want to see an epic fail for the year? I killed my artichoke. Killed it. Dead. So artichoke's pretty frost hardy, right? Well, I didn't really harden mine off, and I put it out in the greenhouse for the day. It was like 40 degrees that day, and it had gotten down to I think 29 degrees that night, and I had not hardened it off at all, so that was its first frost. And this is what my artichoke looks like now. Flippy floppy floop. So I'm not holding out hope on it. It might bounce back from the middle. It does look alive, the very center, so it's new growth might live, but the outer leaves are toast. I screwed up. Garden experiences, right? So I'm going to quickly show you the basil that I have over there. The only other thing I'd say about when to pinch is make sure it has 2 to 3 sets of real leaves before you do that. And when I say real leaves, true leaves, these ones on the bottom, those aren't true leaves. First set, second set. There were third and fourth, and it was growing its fifth. I cut it above the second set. It's up to personal preference where you want to cut it. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys learned something today. If you did, Subscribe, click notifications, and we'll see you in the next video.